Okay guys, so what we're going to do now is just have a quick look at how we'd use this Liriope in a planning situation. So here I've just drawn up a house and a garage with a driveway, and it's just in plan view at the moment. So how would we use it? Probably what we'd need to do is we'd use this plant in a sort of maybe a row or a plant at the front. So what we would do is we'd first of all grab a row of them, I think, because generally we'd sort of put them in a row. And we're just going to put them next to the driveway, coming into the driveway, next to the garage. And we'll just select the Liriope. It's in our files here. So I'll just put Liriope in. We're just going to grab a picture of it. This is just grabbing the picture of it. So here it is. We'll just grab this lily turf here, and there they are. They're generated onto the screen. And generally, so we want to space them reasonably close together. We're going to give them, because the size, the symbol, they're going to grow about 43. So that's now we've got they're 43 centimeters wide. So we want to space them kind of reasonably close so that they form a little bit of a tight sort of planting by the driveway as you come in. And we'd probably end up doing a couple of rows. So we'd probably end up doing just a couple of rows. We'll just plop them back there. So I'll just do this really quickly. And there you would have your little groups. And then if you wanted to, you could just put in a few more just to bulk it up a little bit. And we're just going to bulk up some. So these are going to be at the front of the border because they're small plants, and then eventually they will all meld together in one big low maintenance planting. So the good thing about these plants, if you buy a few of them, then you can divide them if you want a few more. And then we're going to probably put like a little bit of a shade tree there. We might put something like maybe we're just going to put a malice, so a crabapple. And we'll just put one of my favorite malices, which is Barbara Ann. See if we can get that one. I think that's it there. Oops. Oh yeah. So we're just going to put a tree there. Now, when you build the border up, obviously trees sort of go towards the back of the planting, and then in this mid-ground here, we'll probably need some other plants in there. Now, one of the plants that we have sort of seen used at the Hamilton Gardens, the Botanical Gardens, that look quite effective, was the Farfugium. And that's sort of got quite a nice large sort of texture. Actually, let's have a look. I'll get a slightly different one. Let's have a look. These are also, there's a variegated one of these which is called the leopard plant as well. And we'll just pop them in there. So we'll have some more of these. Well, they don't mind a little bit of shade too, so they can sort of be in here as well. And maybe then we'll put another plant that would probably grow quite well on this sort of group would be the Splenium. It's a fern. We can just add the Splenium, which is like the hen and chicken fern. I'll just use this one here. Albifrum, we could pop them in there, and these could all just be under the sort of shady parts of these trees where it's very difficult to sort of grow sometimes. And lastly, maybe we'd put a couple of, just because this is a little bit of a mixed planting, maybe we could put a camellia in there as well. maybe 2 or 3 camellias, just to sort of break it up and give some taller planting towards the back. So let's have a look. This is a nice camellia. This is early pearly. It's a white flowering Sasanqua camellia, and we've just done a few there. Okay. Now I've spaced them. Obviously, I'm doing this a little bit rushed, so I'm just going to quickly, just to show you how you'd end up planting. So that's pretty much it. And then when we want to have a look at it, we can flick to perspective and see what we've created. There it is there. We've got the sort of entrance. I'll just put a bit of bark gardens down, because when we've got a bit of bark down, it really does make it look pretty good. Especially the black sort of bark is particularly sort of nice to set off the green of the plants. And obviously you just keep on continuing along until you'd sort of planted up that border. And I'll just set that to the back. And we'll take off the grid so we don't see the grid. And there you are. That's your planting there. And let's have a look at the perspective now. And there you are. As you sort of came in. Obviously I've got a fence over the driveway, but you just come in. I'm going to quickly add a gate. We'll quickly add a gate, so we're just going to pop a gate in there and open it up. There we go. Okay. Obviously, to keep the mulch in, we just need to put a curb here so it didn't run off into the onto the driveway. Okay, guys, that's probably the best way I would sort of use this Liriope, just so that it would have big clumping effect. We'll just make these camellias a bit big. They're a bit small, so you just got to get these proportions right a little bit. There we go. We'll get them up. There we go. That's better. And so you'd sort of look at the garden as you'd sort of come in, and there's your Liriopes and a chicken fern, the Fafugiums and camellias in the background. And then back to the plan. Okay, guys, that's how I'd use it, Liriope.